Your fear of losing him will make him walk away. Why men leave when women get completely scared and terrified to lose them. Hello, my name is Greta Brishita. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high value women secret, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I upload new videos weekly. So I have been coaching women since 2017, and I come across this very often with my clients, and it's always the same patterns. So today I'm actually going to share with you ladies the most common pattern why men walk away when women get so terrified to actually lose this guy because we think he's absolutely amazing, right? So but before I will share with you, ladies, why don't you check out my book? It's called Devoted Relationships by Greta Brishita, and it's available for sale on Amazon or on my website. The link will be in the video description box below. So let's talk about the stages of the pattern. The first stage usually is putting a man on a pedestal. So if you met a guy or you're in a relationship and you're so smitten by him, you think he's completely perfect, he's amazing, perhaps he's charming you, he's coming after you, he confirms the dates, he takes you to nice places, he tells you what you like to hear, maybe he's very successful, maybe he's a real high value man. Or maybe you're in a relationship with a guy and you're totally and completely in love with him, head over heels. He just knows how to treat you right. He knows how to be with you, and you just have huge feelings for him. You feel terrified to lose him. What happens, ladies, when we fall in love with the guy that deep, or when perhaps we're not in love with him yet, we just created a fantasy about him and we put him so high on a pedestal, a lot of women get terrified to lose the guy, and because we get terrified to lose him, out of fear of losing him, we actually start to put him on a pedestal. And when you put somebody on a pedestal, you start to go out of your way to impress him. You start to chase him. You pay attention to every single word he says. You pay attention to his every single mood. You get really focused on a person, and many times you even start to put your life on a side. You start to ditch your hobbies for him. You start to ignore your friends for him. You forget what you like, what you don't like. You put your life on hold for him, and you start to put him as a priority, giving yourself completely to him. What happens then? Usually men start to get bored, because when you start to kind of lose yourself in this relationship, there is nothing new for him to learn about you, right? And when you're with a person that basically just worships you 24/7, it gets boring. Maybe in the beginning he's happy because it's quite a big ego boost, but after a while men get enough. And what happens, we start to step back. They stop giving you as much of attention. They call you less. They text you less. They don't really make an effort on the dates. They start to step back. And for you, when a guy steps back, you think like, oh my God, this is Mr. Perfect, and you get into this fear of maybe he's losing interest for you, maybe he's losing attraction for you, what's going on, what's happening. And now you start to call him more, text him more, chase him more, you start to act based out of your insecurities, based out of your fears. Because we panic, we start to behave out of our feelings and emotions. And when women or people, anyone starts to behave out of that, that's when you just start to ignore the logic. You don't pay attention to what's actually going on and why things are the way they are. Instead, you just go with your feelings. So you start to wear your heart on a sleeve, you start to chase, you start to pursue, you start to ask him what's going on, what's happening, have you lost attraction for me, or you're never there for me anymore, I feel like you're stepping back, I feel like you're losing attraction. And then because of this, because he sees your desperation, he sees your insecurities, he sees your pursuit, it all gets for him even more unattractive. And what happens? Eventually he breaks up with you, saying that I'm just not feeling this anymore, I fell out of love, or you have changed, you're not confident, you're not secure anymore, you're not what I have met originally, you're not who I was investing in originally. Or he might even say, oh, I didn't know you were like that, I thought you're completely different. And he breaks up with you. So ultimately what happens, he breaks up with you because you have lost yourself based out of fear of losing him, right? And he started to get bored of you, he started to see your insecurities, he started to see you losing emotional control, and all of it got very unattractive for him very, very quickly. And this is, ladies, the most kind of typical scenario of a relationship where the guy breaks up with a girl. So if you don't want to be in that place, keep your life, stay same as you were in the beginning with who he originally fell for. Don't lose yourself, don't worship him, don't put him on a pedestal. At the end of the day, it's just a man. And keep your dignity, keep your self-respect, stay in check of who you are as a person. And if you would like some coaching, if you feel you're in a situation where you feel like you're losing a guy because you're behaving the ways I just described, well, I'm here for you, ladies. Just go ahead to my website, book me for one-on-one, and we can bring it all back. As long as he's still even a tiny bit in contact with you, we most likely will bring it all back. We just need to go back to how you behaved in the beginning. So if you liked this video, please press like, let me know in the comments what did you think. Perhaps share a story where you lost a guy based out of fear. And I love you loads. Have an amazing week. Kisses from UK. Mwah.